mirrors were covered to prevent those past from being trapped.
Yes, I have heard that.
Yeah, I've seen that, and I've also seen
Old people still do that, you know.
yeah, and when
Yeah.
someone dies, you're meant to open the window to let the soul free.
Yeah.
That is a thing. That is a thing. If you don't open a window and someone dies, there is such a heavy feeling in the room. I've experienced it multiple times, and I've experienced it where they have opened the window, and even if you've walked in that room and that person's there and they're obviously passed away, and the window's open, but you don't know the window's been opened, it's a different feeling. You know that they've got so strange, honestly.
Yeah.
Shit be creepy.
Creepy shit.
Do you want a story?
Yes, go wild.
Story time. Okay, so I'm going to pull it up on here because I'm blind.
That's why I keep squinting at my laptop.
So I can't see his for a minute. I'm just going to read this. So this is credit to somebody on Reddit who goes by ABS Not Normal. Same. So when my daughter was 4, back in 2016, she'd have night terrors every night. Her room was down the hall. Every night, usually between 2 and 4 a.m. She'd call out "Mum" once or twice, and if we didn't answer, she'd run down the hallway and practically just burst open our door, scaring the shit out of us. We had wooden floors, so the footsteps were loud. That would scare the hell out of me. I'm a light sleeper, so I always heard her, but she'd be there before I could get up. My wife's grandma overseas was really sick, and she wanted to go visit her for a few weeks with my daughter. I'd never really believed in the paranormal until one particular instance involving a jinn in 2002. Now, I don't know a lot about like jinns and banshees and stuff like that, but here we go. While stationed in Africa, that I mentioned in my previous post, since then I would dismiss things as easily as I used to, but still I tried to rationalise anything weird. When I came back from the airport, the house felt sort of eerie. All of a sudden, it never did before, but tonight was just different. I need to sort this out 1 minute. Tonight was just different. I felt like there were eyes on me everywhere. I'd converted to Islam in 2008, and I thought, hey, when in prayer, you're not invincible to any evil. Let's just pray. Oh my god, I'm really sorry, I'm gonna have to put my glasses on. I can't see a thing. That's what happens when you get old, kids. Go to the Specsavers and get your eyes tested. It's the blue light. Okay, you're invincible to any evil, so let's just pray right in the middle of the dark corridor and give whatever it is the middle finger, figuratively. When it came for me to, I'm going to say prayer because I'm swear it says prostate, I couldn't. It felt like there were people standing around me waiting to jump me. I had to break the prayer. That's not usually, unless it is something life-threatening. But I lost it. I bitched out and I felt ashamed, so I went to my bedroom, closed the door and prayed again. Apparently if you show them fear, which I did, they become embodied. When I went to bed around 3 a.m, I heard my daughter call out, "Ma'am." She was overseas with my wife, so I figured my mind is just used to her calling out every night and dismissed it. Admittedly, I was creeped out a little. The next night the same thing happened again. I thought it was just my mind playing tricks on me, and I stayed awake and started a book called Snow Crash. It was a great book, so I read it for a while. The third night I was out with my friends at a cafe. I got home at around 1 a.m. and I couldn't sleep, so I read the book, and it was so good and I lost track of time. Then I heard, "Mum." This time I was awake though. Everything was dead silent and I was trying to concentrate on whether I actually heard it or not. Then there it was again, "Mum," but it sounded off. I didn't even have a chance to be creeped out enough before I heard footsteps running down the corridor towards my room. Before they got to my door, all I could manage was a "no," and they stopped. I was shaking. Like, man, I've seen war, but this was different level of fear, you know. I read every prayer I know. Oh my god, can you see my eyes just starting to lose focus? So I read every prayer I knew and gathered the courage to step out. I turned out every light in the house, recited an incantation every room and closed the doors. I pulled every door closed and checked that it was indeed latched. I didn't sleep. When I got up the next morning to make breakfast, my daughter's bedroom door was open, only hers. I slept at my mum's house for the next few weeks. When my wife got back, I told her and she called me a bitch. It's just gin. All nonchalant. I guessed if it were, they were more afraid of her hell. I was afraid of her. Oh my god, that is creepy. What would you do if you heard like footsteps running towards you, like during the night? Fucking shit.
Shit me pants. I don't like being chased. Scares the shit out of us. Nothing scares us, but that scares the shit out of us.
That is terrifying. That is so bad.
Oh, nah. Worst fear ever.
Home Alone. I've heard that, and I've heard the Mum, and I just went nope, and went back to bed.
See that?
So if it was a djinn, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, if it's a child, then fair enough. But like, if it is a demon, it's a demon. Then yeah, I'm just like, nah.
Can we just please discuss on how creepy children are anyway? As mothers, we all have children.
Yeah,
when you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you've got a tiny little creature standing by your bed in the pitch dark, like, I mean, there's many a times I've nearly yeeted one of my children.
Mm-hmm.
Although,
and you just see like a mask, and the kid's just sitting there like that, and you're like, what the fuck? And then you realise it's just your child with a mask on.
Sophia used to have a habit of coming in my bedroom during the night. And it was always like early hours in the morning, I was asleep, and my bedroom was dark. And I'd just kind of be lying there and open my eyes. And she had this big curly hair. And I'd just see like big curly hair in this. And I'm just like, Jesus, Sophia. She's still, like, she doesn't come in my bedroom now, but she's got a habit of like creeping up on you now, and it's terrifying.
Grace used to just stand there and look over you like this. And then we all know how scary Grace is, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Just stand looking at you with her thumb in her mouth.
see, I think the creepiest thing for me was Ebony when she used to sleepwalk. I mean, I've told you this before. I think one of the creepiest moments was walking into Ebony's bedroom on a night. You know what, as you do, you go and check on your kids before you go to bed.
Hmm.
Open the door. Ebony is stood up on her bed in the corner of her room, facing the corner.
Kids possessed.
It is like, if you're asleep, is there a demon in there? What's going on?
Oh, can we talk about, no, last night, after we got off the live, it was around 2 o'clock in the morning when I'd finally settled into bed. Bear in mind, I'd been upstairs, been to the toilet, checked on the babies, and checked on, you know, the rest of the kids. Went to the girls and Brogan and Bert. And then came downstairs. Bear in mind, everyone was asleep. Brogan was just sitting quietly on his Xbox, you know. Up. And bear in mind, his bedroom isn't above my bedroom. The girls are, and so's the little babies. And then all I heard was like somebody was like shaking a bed or something, like proper shaking a bed. Honestly, the house was like shaking. I thought there was somebody trying to get in the house, and then I just heard like footsteps walking along the bedroom. This happened. This was going on for about an hour. I went up and I checked. Nothing. Everybody was sound asleep. Nobody was wandering around upstairs. Nothing. I've got no idea what it was still now. The kids were all asleep.
Demons.
That is terrifying.
But she didn't even get up till quite early. Like, well, she got up at 5 o'clock this morning. You know? So I think last night the ghosts were like, haha, creep you out. And I was just like, nah, fuck this shit. Even the dog was looking. She was like...
When you first told me and you were like, oh, I just kept hearing like banging upstairs all the time, like above me. Yeah, I just couldn't think what it was. I just thought, is Brogan got his girlfriend or...
No, he bloody has not. I don't want any more girlfriends over from Brogan. I've told him that. I don't even want to meet them. When he's 55 and he's settled down, because that's probably the only time he
Sam, I'm sorry, but when he's 55, he'll be dead.
Damn.
I'll put some money in your pocket to pay the ferryman.
It is we mate. I tried. I met a couple of the girlfriends. I haven't met any more. You just get emotionally attached to these girlfriends, and they're like your daughters, and then everything just goes, and they're just gone, and you just like...
I don't get emotionally attached to like anyone. Kim, do you want me to send you my story so you can read it out? Because I can't see it. I'm sorry, I'm just blind. I can't see.
No, you're alright. I've got a couple on here. I'm looking at.
Story's
It's a
not
really
good.
good one. Sam, do you want to read it out?
Yeah, pass it to me. I'll
I'm
read
going to
it
put
out.
it in Discord. Oh, I can't put it in Discord because it'll take the thing off. I'm going to put it.
Send it over.
Messenger. That is disgusting. You might want to, like, I don't know, you probably don't read it like that. It's probably better to read it like that with a blue.
Disgusting.
Alex sent me a gif, and it looks like a little egg, and you squeeze it, and all the yellow stuff comes out of its mouth. It's kind of vile. That is disgusting. I was just like...
Right,
Yeah.
do you want me to read it out?
Yes, the old
Right.
farmhouse.
We'll give credit to the user, Spooky Miller 13.
Mm-hmm.
I spent my teenage years growing up in a farmhouse that was nearly 100-year-old. I always felt very uncomfortable and on edge, as if there was something around. My bedroom was one of the worst places in the house. It just felt tense and creepy. When we first moved in, I was about 12, and my two younger siblings were about 6 and 7-ish. One morning, I woke up. I walked up the stairs opposite my room from the top of the stairs where you were able to see directly into my room. I could hear giggling and laughing, and I was mad thinking my siblings were in my room. I looked down there, and I could see two kids playing around on the floor, and I yelled to my siblings, "Get out of my room!" for them only to walk up the stairs behind me and see they weren't in my room. When I looked back down into the room, there was no one there. I never felt or saw the presence of the children again. This was my first of many spooky encounters in this house.
That is so creepy.
Mm-hmm.
That is so terrifying. Also, Ferryman, what do you mean you hear dead people?
So you're not talking about Sam.
Yeah, like you can hear what's like in. Can you you can hear them talk to you, don't they? Like some people do. Like kind of like me, psychics get, yeah.
Usually, I usually have things happen around about the time when there's a lot of heavy, high emotion going on, a lot of energy going on, that kind of thing. That's when things tend to happen more. But when things are kind of calm and quiet, not so much, little taps. But that's when I'll hear things and the dreams come and stuff like that. But I hate them times. It's horrendous. It scares the hell out of me.
Well,
Still kind of cool though.
I'll tell you a funny story anyway. I was watching something. I think it was Scary Movies to Tell in the Dark. It might have been. And on there, on one of the stories, there's two kids and they have to roll an orange, until the parents say stop, type of thing. And I thought it was somebody else who had actually said it, and I believed it was true. And I'd said to Chris, I was like, "Oh, didn't you have to roll an orange when you were little?" And he went, "No."
What?
I went, "Did you not?" He went, "No." For some reason, I thought that story was from Chris, but it wasn't.
It was roll an orange.
Roll an orange for fun.
That's like old times, isn't it?
No, I was like, he went, "No," but so now every time I give him an orange, he goes, "Oh well, I'm good at this game."
That's weird. I get smells.
Yeah.
A lot of smells.
Worst.
Yeah, that's a strange one.
Like, nobody in this house smokes, right? Well, apart from Brogan doesn't smoke in the house. I can smell like fresh tabs, as if somebody's standing next to us having a tab.
I've had like rollies, but like old, like years ago, the way they used to smell them. I've had that strong smell, and I've had licorice papers. Do you remember the rolling papers, licorice ones? I've had them quite strongly, and again, nobody in this house smokes. Nobody who really has ever lived in this house has smoked, so to get something like that's really strange. But yeah, I've had that. I've had very potent, like a French perfume, and I hate French perfume, so it's definitely nothing I wear. A very potent, flowery French perfume. I've had that, and I was like, oh my god, what is that smell? It's
We've had like
horrendous.
really flowers when we haven't anything in the house, like fresh bouquet of flowers. I can smell it so like strong.
Lavender in mine a couple of times, and allergies. I don't like lavender. Don't have lavender.
Same.
And I have smelt it a couple of times in mine, and it instantly makes us feel like I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I get migraines and vomit. It's disgusting. Such a strange thing to be allergic to, lavender. It's meant to be calming and everything, and it literally has an adverse reaction with us.
Yeah, I'm not. Yous are. My two girls are.
But I absolutely love vanilla, and Mum's allergic to vanilla.
Makes me. Oh, nah. Can't stand vanilla.
Gives me a headache. Like vanilla scented products. So if it's like artificial vanilla,
Yeah.
normal vanilla, like natural vanilla, I'm fine with. But artificial migraines.
Horrible.
Oh, I love vanilla. Artificial coconut gives me migraines.
Did you know? And I'm saying this because I know you like the perfume. You know the Ariana Grande perfume?
Yeah.
One of them, because everybody's got all of them, one of them contains lavender.
Which one? I've got the
new one, maybe a cloud.
That's the thing. I can use her perfumes and I can use bio oil. But you're right, one of them does, but bio also contains a very, very small amount of lavender. And I think because it's so minimal, it doesn't do anything. But literally, if I walk past a field and there's like a lavender plant, I'll be so poorly. Alex's mum has, she had this lavender soap and the kids were blowing bubbles last year in the garden and they were nowhere near me. And I just started to feel really poorly. I started to get headaches, started to feel sick, and I just thought, oh, what if I'm coming down with bug? And I didn't know that it had lavender soap and these bubbles that she filled up. And I went in the kitchen and she was filling the bubbles up. And I was like, is that lavender? She went, yeah. And I went, I'm allergic. And she was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I forgot. I was like, I was wondering why I had a headache. So I was literally 5 minutes before, I was like, have you got any tablets? My head's really hurt. She was like, oh, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I just don't feel well. And then, lo and behold, death by lavender.
I love the Ariana Grande perfumes.
Oh, it's Rem. The Claire one.
Yeah,
that's the one. I didn't buy that one again.
What one is it?
It's Ariana Grande. It's the picture of a cloud.
The Rem.
No, I've got the Broken Heart one and the one with the big pom-pom on the end.
Yeah, I like them ones. Yeah, I've got the Broken Heart one.
I've got the Broken Heart one. Oh, it's so beautiful.
It is.
I didn't like
sweet smells.
But now, it's stunning.
I love sweet smells. The thing is, when you get a perfume as well, it's got to mix with your scent to make it smell nice, and I love that. I definitely love that. I've got some cheapies that I use as well when I'm at work. I'm not using the expensive ones.
I kind of stand any of the Ariana Grande ones that all give us headaches.
I think they're beautiful.
So strong.
In Ghost, I love Ghost. I've got like the collection of the little ones. Oh,
I'm not keen. I don't like the whole musky smelling perfumes.
Oh,
I like Ultraviolet is my favourite. Ultraviolet perfume is just, I love it. It's my fave.
Have you got any more of them little weird facts, Sam?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The smell of decay results from bacteria breaking down in the amino acids in ornithine and lysine. Don't know what that is. The next one is natural deaths occur during the holiday season.
Yeah.
And less suicide and homicides occur during the holiday season.
Everyone's happy.
Well, yeah, I suppose. People used to pay money to drink the blood of a recently executed, believing it to be like a health tonic.
Yeah, they used to bathe in it as well, didn't they? It's like a youth thing.
Yeah, you can buy like youth products now, can't you, that contain blood?
Yeah, you can get a blood facial as well with your own blood, where they literally take your blood and they stab it back into your face, which I think is fucking nuts. Like, no, thank you.
The average human body is reduced to between 3 and 9 pounds of cremated remains. Okay. Between 1347 and 1352, the bubonic plague killed approximately 75 million people. It's a bit like bloody COVID.
Oh,
yeah.
God. Yeah.
Did you know that the plague still exists?
I'm sorry,
yeah,
what?
Yeah.
Is he treatable?
Yeah, it still exists. It's quite. I think it's more in the likes of like Africa and in hotter climates, I believe.
There was a woman who died of it last year, wasn't there?
What?
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
Hanging is the most popular method of suicide worldwide.
Ah.
No, I couldn't. It's so sad.
Yeah, it happens quite often, stuff like that.
The concept of a 6-foot grave came from a 1665 decree of by the mayor of London during the plague outbreak to limit the spread of the disease.
Yeah.
Mass graves.
Yeah, like 6 foot under is. I thought it was to like wild animals, and that couldn't smell you.
I thought it was something to do with that.
And
I thought it was to do with getting more bodies in one grave because they didn't have the space for them back then.
Maybe.
It's weird. Creepy.
Let's have a look. Well, Cotard syndrome is a rare mental disorder that makes people believe they're dead.
Yeah, I've heard of that one before.
I've never heard of that. Wow.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah. They literally believe that they're dead. It just says it is where is where it is. It's.
So what do they do? Just like lie down and do nothing, or?
I don't know if it's they just wander about thinking of ghosts or what, but yeah, I've heard of the fact that there is a syndrome where people do think that they're dead. It must be awful.
Wow. To avoid being buried alive during the 1800s, many coffins included bells, flags, and air tubes. We've said that one, yeah. Ancient China had rules for how long you were allowed to mourn the death of a child. Children under 7 weren't given a funeral, and the parents of the child who died under 3 months were only allowed to cry for 1 day for every month their child was alive. Oh, that's horrible.
Awful.
Isn't it?
That is really horrible.
That's horrendous. It's really not very nice at all.
Ferryman said a lot of people in Sunderland suffer from that, thinking they're dead.
Really?
Yeah,
is that a joke or is it serious?
I don't know.
It's a joke.
Oh. You continue to poop for days after your death.
Yeah. True. Very true.
People have the deadliest battle in history. The Battle of the Stalingrad took the lives of 1.97 million people. Whatever that is, I have no idea. During a stampede, you're more likely to die from lack of oxygen than being crushed to death.
Yeah.
Studies have shown that the fear of death decreases as you get older. I'm not. Say when I was younger, I used to fear like dying. Now I don't mind.
After the day I've had, I couldn't give a shit. Like.
Yeah. You're just praying for the guy with the stick to come get you now, aren't you? The Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
Behind you.
Sorry, I'm just checking something. I was just checking something. I am fully back.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm back, yeah. Have you got any more, or is that all of
them? That's it. The rest of these are a bit poo.
Kim?
I've got a couple of just disturbing facts that will make your skin crawl.
Oh, go for it, yeah.
On average, right-handed people live 9 years longer than left-handed people.
Ha, fuck you, Sam. Oh, look at her showing off because she can do it with both hands. See, I can't.
I do it with my left hand. It's wrong with my right hand.
Oh no! You're all topsy-turvy, Kim.
Roughly 153,000 people will die on your birthday.
Well, mine's the 4th of July, so probably. Firework incidents, no doubt about, and alcohol.
Yeah.
I'd love to go to America for my birthday.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
It would be amazing.
Yeah. Don't count on it though, because I don't have good luck.
Don't what? Did you say?
Don't count on it. I have no luck.
I thought you said something about don't take a sneaker.
Don't take a sneaker. Okay, you can only take one. Just
Oh,
one.
damn, okay, I'll wear a slipper on the other foot.
You'll have to hop.
Just hop around.
Humans are responsible for the extinction of 322 animals in the last 500 years that we know of.
Oh, stop killing
So
animals, man.
That's not just 322 animals, that's 322 species.
We don't deserve animals, they're amazing. I
What
want
about
a
the ones
cat. Still want a cat.
I don't like cats.
I like cats.
I like Skylar. She's my dog.
I like Henry, but he's a bit of a dick.
Yeah, Skylar's lovely now.
Henry's
Used to be
just a
little-
bit of a dick sometimes.
Yeah,
He maims
like-
me. I don't know if you can see it properly, but it was
Yeah.
really deep the other day. He jumped up and he's clawed because he doesn't realise how big he is, and he literally tries to sit on my chest, and I'm just like, you almost a 40-kilo dog. Get out.
They don't realise, do they? Like, Skylar's so heavy, she still tries to sit on your knees if she was a baby.
That's what Henry does, because he used to like lie up here and he used to cuddle him, but he still tries to do that, and I'm like, dude, you're huge. It's not going to happen. He's
Skylar
literally
cries.
taller than me when he stands up.
Oh.
Well, I'm sensible and I have no animals whatsoever,
Yeah,
so
because you can't get a Hamish cow in your house.
Yeah.
what if I could?
You probably would. You're going to be one of these ladies who has like cows and you just sit and blow dry them.
But you'd share your bed with that.
Alex
You
wants
know-
a goat and he wants a little pony.
I'd have a
And a
pick-me-goat. Well,
donkey.
to be fair, pony that Alex has got like a fucking a stallion in it.
Probably, yeah. He
Oh,
wants a
Alex,
donkey as well. He wants a donkey farm.
Do you know what? Sorry. Do you know what popped into my head?
What?
What?
The little fox off Labyrinth on the back of the duck. I'm sorry, Alex. I know you're watching, but do you expect anything else from me?
I don't think he is. I
No.
think he's making me a coffee.
Oh well.
He's a good one, isn't he?
Yeah, he's making me a coffee and fetching me an Easter egg.
Oh.
Oh, he's an absolute babe. I'm well looked after.
I can tell. I
Yeah.
can tell.
Oh, speaking
Right,
of
another fact. In 2008, 3 Texas teenagers were arrested after digging up a body and using the skull as a marijuana bong.
No
A
way.
marijuana bong.
Can I borrow you for a bit, please?
He's a babe, isn't he?
You guys imagine cancer heart attack in A?
Yeah, like,
Ta-da! Just a little fact. Do you remember the head off heart attack?
yeah.
You used to scare the shit out of me as a kid.
Really?
Yeah, terrified. Just, hello, Andy. I'm like,
It's an impression.
That reminds me of that heart attack. Can you remember Kit ex Alex Reed? He was like a MMA fighter or something.
You know the lady. How you open? How you open? How I open you. Give me chocolate.
My god. Yeah, mind blown.
19.3% of metal musicians die due to
And themselves.
Really?
Sad.
Honestly, it's the drugs.
That was the best kind of music. Can't deny.
I was looking for I was doing some editing today for Ebony. I'm eating the same Easter egg, Amanda, because it's fucking awesome. So I was doing some editing today for our podcast, and obviously our last video I haven't told you, but I've split it, and I'm gonna do it into 3 different episodes for Spotify. Also, we're gonna be on Spotify. Fucking
woohoo!
little claps. We're gonna be on Spotify. So I was doing that earlier anyway, and I was trying to find some overlays and stuff for videos of ghosts, and I clicked on a ghost, and it was just a picture of a ghost and death metal, just and I was like,
Nice.
Like, I don't mind it, but like when it just goes, he's like, I was listening to Lo-Fi Purple Cat. I was very relaxed.